What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Progressive Action TV show. I am your host, Tramel Thompson, and y'all see the show title. Why is this Local 100 administration so afraid to have a rally? Why are they so afraid to bring the fight to the MTA, to bring the fight to Jan Oliva, to bring the fight to the district attorneys, to bring the fight to the politicians? Why are they so afraid? We're going to talk about the smoke screen and mirrors of what they got going on. Why are they doing it? And if we really want change this election, we have to vote them out. We have to vote them out. There's enough is enough at this point. Enough is enough at this point. I mean, I'm so disgusted for the simple fact that they feel that they could come and play with the members' emotions the way that they do. They think that you guys are stupid. They think that they could come with PlayStations and raffles and cookouts and parties, and that's enough to satisfy you guys. Meanwhile, we're getting abused by the public. We're getting abused by the MTA. We're getting abused by our own union administration. By our own union administration, right? I want to take some time to make sure that we share out this live. This live is very important. And I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion about the rally that's happening tomorrow, right? I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion, but let's take a minute or two to share out this live to make sure that our message is received far and wide. Let me see. Just want to share it out. Make sure we get it to where we need to get it at. If you're watching, please share out the live. Let me see. Share it there. All right, give me 1 second. All right, let me put it back here. We're going to get down to the nitty gritty of all of this. We ain't got time to play no games with these people. But they got a lot of time to play with us. It's amazing. It's amazing the amount of time that they have to play with us. Let me see. It's not working. Yeah, y'all share out this live. I'm here. I'm just trying to get some things together over here. I may have to add some other stuff to the screen also. Let me see something. I need a team of people for when I go live. Y'all job would just to share out the lives, so I won't have to take the time to do this. All right, so let me blow this up on the screen. There's an emergency rally happening tomorrow, right? And it's happening at Utica Avenue on the 4 line, right? And you see it says emergency rally. We need all departments and all titles to come out in solidarity. We stand united to ensure that no transit worker has to face this level of violence while simply doing their job. We don't come to work to end up in the hospital. Transit workers should be respected and protected. Local 100 members shouldn't be putting their lives on the line every day to move this city. And it's time for policies that truly safeguard those who serve this city. Thursday, October 17th at 4:30 p.m. As you can see, the rally is happening Utica Avenue on the 4 line, right? I want to be clear. If this union administration truly meant business, there wouldn't be no rally at Utica Avenue on the full line, right? The rally will be in front of MTA headquarters, in front of the DA's office, in front of Jano Lieber's home, in front of some of these politicians' offices. There's no reason for there to be a rally at Utica Avenue. That's not going to get the job done. And what it shows me is that this union administration leadership is compromised. Have any one of you guys asked? We've had plenty of assaults. Why not one time did Richard Davis have a rally in front of 2 Broadway? Why not the DA office? It's because they're compromised. Richard Davis can't go after the MTA because I'm quite sure they had a hand in helping him with his situation um, regarding me. I believe that they probably helped him out with that. And the situation with Nicole Hecker. It just boggles my mind to have a union president who refuses to fight. And the reason why Canella would never go against the MTA is because they saved his job when him and Brian Davis jumped me. The MTA saved his job. So it's like a quid pro quo. You don't do nothing to affect us because we saved your job. You want to do rallies? You go somewhere else and do those rallies. You don't do it at MTA headquarters. You don't do it at Jano Lieber's home. There's something strange going on within our union, and I'm starting to see more and more and more members pick up on it. Mainly RTO members, and I give you guys a salute because it's hard for them to fool us down in RTO. None of this makes no sense. And for them to call this an emergency rally, this is only an emergency because it's election time. You mean to tell me that none of the other assaults that happened to transit workers was emergency worthy? Is this what we saying? I want to be clear on that. Is this what we're saying? That no other assault that happened was worthy of a rally where a member either lost their life or almost lost their life? This is what I mean, people, to the members. This is what I mean. They play us for fools. You ever heard of the phrase, don't piss on my head and tell me it's raining? That's exactly what this union administration is doing. They are pissing and telling us that it's rain. That's exactly what they're doing. And then you have nobody on their side to say that this is wrong, to say anything. Don't you notice that once you cross that bridge of staying united, all the critique, the criticism, the objectiveness, everything stops? Don't you guys notice that? These men and women that go to Stand United, AKA Members First, lose their voice when they go to that side of the fence. Do you guys notice that? Point out one union rep that's on that side right now who hasn't lost their voice towards the administration. I'll wait. I'll wait. But right now, because we're less than a month away from getting ballots, it's an emergency. It's an emergency now. I guess this was not an emergency. Operator had to blank that out. In a subway fire in Manhattan, arson is suspected. When we lost Garrett Goebel, the ultimate sacrifice, there's no more sacrifice than losing your life. He paid the ultimate sacrifice. You guys mean to tell me that that was not rally worthy at 2 Broadway, at Jan Oliva home, in Albany with Governor Hochul? That was not newsworthy, rally worthy at that time? Oh, I get it. It was not an election year for them. It wasn't close to the ballots being in your mailbox. That's what it was. That's the ultimate sacrifice. There was not one rally regarding this situation. How about this situation? Subway conductor stable after being, I got slashed in the neck at Brooklyn Station. This conductor almost had his head separated from his shoulders. He was so close to not being here with us any longer. And guess what? This wasn't rally worthy enough because you see the date, February 29th, 2024. It wasn't close enough for those ballots to be out. This is another one. MTA worker shot in the face with a BB gun. Once again, this wasn't during an election year, and they didn't care. It's as plain as simple as that. How about this? Man punched MTA worker in unprovoked attack in Manhattan subway station, indictment says. I guess that wasn't rally worthy enough either, right? I guess that wasn't rally worthy enough either. These people, and when I say these people, I mean this union administration, is playing a sick game with us. They're playing a game that shows they do not care about our well-being, right? Everything is optics for them. Everything is what can we do to remain in power? When you look at everything that they have done, the only thing we have received from them is crumbs. Nothing more, nothing less. That's what we have received from them, right? Now I know a lot of members, this may be their first union. They don't really know what's going on. And it seems as if those are the people that this current union administration has fooled. This is who it seems like they have fooled. Them. I'm gonna be honest. I never, when they put out this poster that's right there, I never seen so many members speak out against something that say that it didn't make no sense. I was actually taken aback by surprise and said, I'm glad that members are being vocal about how they feel about strategy because our union administration, Stand United, AKA Members First, they have absolutely no strategy on how to fight for the members. They cannot fight themselves out of a wet paper bag. Now, I know people probably saying, well, Tramel, you've done plenty of rallies before and you have done this and you have done that. You know what Tramel Thompson did? Tramel Thompson rallied in front of the chairman home, Jan Oliva, right? Oh, let me put something on real quick. Tramel Thompson rallied walking across the Brooklyn Bridge and stopping traffic in Lower Manhattan with a police motorcade. Tremel Thompson led the rally at East New York Depot, which stopped traffic in the middle of the street going onto the Jackie Robinson, Fulton Street, Eastern Parkway, and all those other streets over there. Tremel Thompson has done plenty of rallies in front of 2 Broadway, not when the building is closed, but while the building is wide open and people going to lunch and things of that nature. Right? I seen David Modest say that rallies are a waste of time. I totally disagree with him. I think that what he really meant is that the rally at Utica Avenue would be a waste of time. Now I expect people to be out there. I expect people to be out there. I don't expect the union administration to march through the streets to shut down traffic on Eastern Parkway. I don't expect the there to be any type of strategy outside of the rally. I don't expect any of that stuff. In fact, let me see if I could put something up real quick. Um, let me see something real quick. Let me see if I could send this off real quick. Because I want to show you guys what we have representing us, especially in RTO. I want to show you guys what we have representing us. I mean, you talking about unfit for duty. Yeah, let me just send that in. I want to play this video for you guys. Because you could tell when people are lost in the sauce. You could tell when people are nervous to really hold those accountable. You know what I'm saying? You could tell. Let me get this video up real quick. But oh man, it's so sickening. You know where we're at right now. It's so sickening, right? All right, let me load this video up. Let me load this video up. This is what we got representing us in RTO. There's no way y'all could be happy with this. Check it out.
Fast. We need police officers. We need MTA police at these locations where these trains need to be cleaned out. This is no longer a request. This is a demand. And moving forward, the MTA has to do the right thing.
Meanwhile, 64-year-old...
This is no longer a request. This is a demand. Did that sound like a demand to you guys? Does that sound like a man who want to put himself on the line for his members? He's not capable of doing that because, like I told you guys, he's compromised to management. He can't afford to upset management because they saved his job. Me, on the other hand, I could give a damn about a management. That's one thing that I never let get in between me and the members was management. Management could never compromise my job, as you could see how they compromised Richard Davis and Canela Gomez, right? We need leadership that's 100% unapologetic. We need leadership that's 100% serious on protecting the members of this local. We do not have that. Let me show you guys what we do have, though. This is what we have. They love taking pictures with the people who we should be holding accountable. Robert Kelly and Richard Davis with Brooklyn District Attorney Eric Gonzalez. Here we go again. Richard Davis again with Kathy Hochul, with Tish James, with Chuck Schumer. These are people whom we should be holding accountable when assaults happen to us. We don't have that here, people. Richard Davis again, photo op after photo op after photo op, posing with the governor. This is who we should be holding accountable. And it's not happening. It's not happening. They're at baseball games with Kathy Hochul. They bring their wives out to chill out with Kathy Hochul, trying to disguise it as work. And we are the ones who suffer. What is it so much to smile about when we got all these things happening to transit workers? Chuck Schumer again, Richard Davis smiling from ear to ear. What is it to smile about when workers are getting their asses kicked in by the riding public and management? Can someone please tell me, what are they smiling about? I just don't get it, people. I just don't get it. And progressive action, we have been in the forefront of all of these battles. Chris Drummond, Nuke, Jason, Ben Valdez. We have been in the forefront of all of these fights at rallies, front and center, taking on management, making sure the members' voices are heard. And even with individuals we decided to ally with, Seth Rosenberg, John Ferretti, Ray Regalis, Zen Steiniger, they've been doing their own thing on the front line. If you look at anybody who's a part of that administration, you won't know what the hell is going on over there. You don't, you can't point to one thing that they have done. Anything, anything. But they want our votes. They want to create an emergency rally. And they want to lead you down the alley of darkness because there's no light at the end of their tunnel. They've been in power for close to 15 years, this administration. And they could argue and say, well, it was Samuelson president first, then Utano, now Richard Davis. It's not the people who they putting in power. It's the ideology that they have amongst their ranks. Because I hear time and time again, oh, Utano's a nice guy, and Samuelson, depending on who you ask, Utano's a nice guy, Samuelson's a nice guy, Richie is a nice guy. Okay. But their ideologies are flawed. Facts. They don't have the ideologies to lead a labor union as intricate as Local 100. They don't. I wouldn't even say that their ideologies is fit for a Boy Scout, right? Because let me not say that. I got caught coming up. I can't say certain things. But they not trying to be here for the members. I'm gonna pull something else up real quick. They not trying to be here for us. They want to be there for them. That's what they want to do. They want to be there for themselves, right? They don't care about us. They only care about release time and not having to be on a train and not having to pick up a broom and things of that nature. That's all they care about. They don't care about nothing else. Let me pull this up real quick because these people, they try to be so slick. They want to be divisive towards us. They want to fool us at every chance that they get. And they just don't got it. They just don't got what it take, man. They just do not have what it take. I want to hold on one second, guys. I want to get all this stuff on the screen. Let me see. Let me get this right. Let me see. Let me just get this right real quick. Um, hold on one second. I think this is right now. So at a time where we having assaults after assault after assault, there's a big thing going on with the health benefits and Aetna and people losing, doctors and the same level of health benefits is not being maintained with this current administration. We have the retirees being sold out through Medicare Disadvantage. And what the union administration decides to do is to create disunity, create division. Um, don't want us to be in harmony because time and time again, this union administration will put up a bigger fight with the members than they would against management, than they would against the DAs, than they would against the politicians and or whoever it may be, right? Their biggest fights is against us and keeping us divided, right? And that's exactly what Canella attempted to do. During this time, once again, where we're having so much BS going on with us as transit workers, it's all about the division when it comes to them, right? It's not about people coming together or whatever the case is, because they don't understand when you become a union official, especially a vice president or a president, there's just certain things you cannot indulge in any longer. You can't indulge in certain things, right? That's just how it works. You cannot indulge in certain things, but you continue to do it anyway. And as you can see, Canelo attempted to do that. Shout out to Malika Burton. Thanks for being a real one and not wanting to be a part of that toxic, divisive, unorganized dysfunction. He attempted to get Miss Burton or use Miss Burton against progressive action, right? And you see, he said, thanks for being a real one. And this is what Miss Burton responded back to him. You know, I watch all of these unprofessional and immature shenanigans, and what I won't do is let you use social media to even imply me and you are in any way allies. I've sat back while you complain about Drummond and Trammell, when in all actuality, they've put in more work than any of you incumbents. You may not like their delivery, but the message is always accurate. I have a lot of respect for both of them, but I won't risk being targeted by aligning with them. I saw how this so called union railroaded Trammell because he called you and the president out every chance he get. First and foremost, you should be ashamed of yourself as a so-called VP of RTO to ever put your hands on a paying member of this union you so-called represent. I could care less what you or any clown that follows you say or he was at his work location. You could have handled union business and kept it moving. You went there looking to be a bully. It's the weak ass energy you exude every time I interact with you. I got calls from people at several locations who said people aligned with your slate were bragging about you beating him up fair and square, and you want to be looked at as a leader. Hold on, let's back this up. It wasn't a fair fight. He knows that. That's why him and Brian Davis is being sued right now. My leg didn't get broke off in no fair fight. Let's get that clear, right? But back to what she's saying. These members would be fools to reelect you or anyone from your slate for that matter. You're despicable and a poor excuse for a black man. You have so much time to invest in them, yet you guys weren't this informative for the last couple of months that we didn't have dental insurance, then got offended at the union meeting when I said my dentist stopped taking our insurance 2 years ago because you paid like Medicaid. I watched as you distastefully spoke on the slate status being out on comp when that's none of anyone's business, knowing they have legitimate comp cases. But you want to be recognized as the VP of this shitty ass department. You'll do anything to win, but are you telling the members that this Corvell you guys have set up for us has a high rate of denying legitimate comp cases? You had 3 years in office. Hold on, let me go to the next slide. You had 3 years in office and no one ever looked at our dental plan and said, this could be better. Let's change it in a manner in which we have a smooth transition from one plan to the next while keeping the members informed. You may have these people fooled with this camaraderie rhetoric you spew in the photo ops you post while only going to locations where you know people support you. But I want union protection and top-notch healthcare and decent pay raises. I don't need a barbecue, a PlayStation 5, or a water cooler. But hey, if these members fall for that ish, that's on them. But don't ever in your life play with my name to get likes on social media posts. I thought you knew better than to play with me. It wasn't too long ago you were a part of progressive action, sitting alongside of Trammell at union meetings as if you were his bodyguard. Y'all won't give the credit where it's due, but progressive action got you, Jesse, Eric elected, and y'all got in there and became company men looking out for the well-being of supervision and management. Hold on, let me go to the next slide. Supervision and management more than the members you so-called represent, right? Let me go back to this with Canella, how he started off this post when he tried to create all this division. He says, shout out to Malika Burton. Thanks for being a real one. Oh man. Malika, I would like to tell you, thanks for I thank you for being a real one and keeping it real and letting the members know what exactly it is. Right? I think it's very important that members know exactly what's going on around here. I think it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she's right. No, no, listen, I can't say much. I gotta go to court. I can't say much. I can't say what I really want to say. But um I'm glad to see members start speaking out against, their lies, their deceit. Um it doesn't make no sense, the things that they talk. Uh I don't get it. And I'm starting to see that the members are not getting it either. You know, why are they so afraid to rally? They got all the fight in the world for the members. They have absolutely nothing for management, the DAs, and the politicians. Nothing at all. Why is that? Why is that? Progressive action has been leading the way when it comes to these rallies. We set precedent at going to Jan Oliva House. We set precedent of having rallies during MTA work hours. We set precedent of walking over the Brooklyn Bridge and stopping traffic in the financial district. We did that. This is a fact. We did that. What are they doing at Utica Avenue that's going to create the change or let it echo at the voices who really need to hear it? I would not be surprised if MTA management is there at that rally. I would not be surprised if Governor Hochul is at that rally because they are in bed with both of them. I wouldn't be surprised if the Brooklyn DA is there. I would not be surprised if politicians are there. And I'm being 100% honest. I'm not mad at the Brooklyn DA. I think the DA did their job in this case as far as not giving this guy no bail. They didn't do the job in the prior cases where he should have been held, right? But we have a problem. We have a bail reform problem in New York. We have a recidivist problem in New York. But when it comes to the members, our first line of defense is the union administration, and they have proven to us they have lost their way. What is next? They're going to have a rally in front of the Statue of Liberty. They're going to have a rally in Wards Island, Ellis Island. They're going to have a rally on the boardwalk of Coney Island. What's next? What is next? These people are out of control. They are out of control. And they want your vote. They want your vote in about a month. That's what they coming for. They want your vote in about a month. Now it's an emergency. We had a worker get killed. R.P. Garrett Goebel. We had a worker get slashed in the neck. Almost lost his life. We had a station agent, a station cleaner in which they still going to court for, in the Bronx. They just let this guy, they gave this guy a super low bail. Now he out of jail. No rally for that. But all of a sudden, it's so close to the election time. We having emergency rallies right now. We are in trouble, people. We are in some serious trouble as a union collective, but we could rectify some of that trouble by making some important changes next election, specifically in RTO. Um, and it's just sad and sickening, man. Like it's sad and sickening. I'm disappointed in the leadership. I'm disappointed at people who join the leadership and decide to remain quiet because they are on that side. It seemed like nobody on that end of the spectrum have a voice. They can't say their opinion on the internet. They can't inform the members about what's happening in the union. Everything is hush hush. Everything is quiet. There's absolutely no transparency in this union. None. There's no transparency in this union. And like I said, nothing is going to change until we change our ideology. We have to change the way that we do business with Local 100. Somebody had text in the chat. So what's the real what's a real solution for RTO now? I don't know exactly what he's talking about, but if he's talking about assaults, there's only one solution, right? The company is not going to take assault serious until we start affecting their service. It's the bottom line. If you don't plan on stopping service, the MTA is never going to listen to you. Think about how the MTA treat their workers. They don't know you by your name. Management don't know you by your name. They know you by your pass number. You are a number to them, right? And the fact that you're a number to them, they have the ideology that you could easily be replaced. They don't care if they gave you an accommodation yesterday and you make a mistake 3 months down the line. They forgot about that accommodation because they don't care about your name. They don't care about your pass number, right? It's the same ideology that they have in jail. The CEOs don't know these criminals' name. They know them by their DIN number. You know what your DIN number is in New York City Transit? It's your pass number. So the only solution, right, in this union, if you want to get a real response from the politicians, if you want to get a real response from the governor, if you want to get a real response from the MTA leadership, you must affect their service. And I'm not talking about one line, one terminal. You must affect their service. There's no other way around it. Absolutely no other way around it. If you're not affecting their service, they know that you do not mean business. The union administration is going to go to Utica Avenue tomorrow, and what they're going to do, they probably going to make it hard for pedestrians to walk through on the sidewalk. If the crowd is big enough, they probably go impede on a little bit of traffic. Guess what? None of that hurts the MTA. Not one lick of that hurts the MTA, the company who you're rallying against essentially to get their attention and tell them that we need better protection. Nothing is going to happen, people. And they're playing us as a damn joke. They're playing us as a damn joke. So what I'm gonna say is this: um, rallies are important. Yes, they are. Strategic rallies are important. Yes, they are. Just have a rally just to yell, scream, and kick when it does not affect the company does nothing for our causes. Let's show Kathy Hochul that we have power by going to rally in front of her office. How about let's go pop up at one of her events the same way this union administration did Cynthia Nixon when she was running for president, for governor of New York. Y'all used to pop up at her events and heckle her. Why are we not doing that with Hochul? Why we don't have real protections in Albany when it comes to transit workers? I feel that if you are a uniform worker of this city, I don't care if you work for the post office, I don't care if it's federal, I don't care if it's state, city, I don't care if you wear a uniform for McDonald's. I feel if you assault any worker in uniform, you should pay a higher penalty when it comes to the criminal justice system. Any uniform employee, you think that they go get that by going to Utica Avenue to have a rally? You really think that you're going to get that? And the only thing they go do is go along to goddamn get along. That's the only thing they're going to do is go along to goddamn get along. Nothing else. They think that we are fools. They think that we can't see through their paths and that is to see is not solution based. Their paths is not solution based. Every action deserves a reaction. The action at Utica Avenue is not going to be reacted by the MTA because they not going there to affect the MTA. Really, what tomorrow's emergency rally is about is propaganda for them to make you check their name on the box because the ballots will be out in less than a month. That's all it is. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all it is, people. And if we want change, if we want better representation, if we want better working conditions, work rules, wages, healthcare, dental. If we want real respect, we must vote them out this election. I would rather give someone else a chance than let them to keep destroying what we have going on. And if you care about your livelihood, if you care about your safety, if you care about your health care, if you care about your benefits, if you care about your work rules, I advise you not to vote for anyone or anything that has members first next to their name or under their name on the ballot. I advise that. Richard Davis had plenty of opportunities to do the right thing, sturdy up. I don't understand what his issue is. I just don't get it. And right now, we are at a point. Right now, we are at a point where um we can't afford to lose anymore. I said this back in 2018. I said the next people they running out of stuff to sell out the active members. The next is going to be the retirees. Oh, they stung the retirees' ass last contract, right? Now, what's next to diminish, and I'm telling y'all now, if y'all don't make the change, which next is to diminish is our lives physically. You're going to see more assaults on transit workers. You're going to see more crimes committed on transit workers. Because let's be honest, nothing has changed strategically between Garrett Goebel getting killed and um, the train operator being stabbed, right? There's absolutely nothing has changed strategically for them. Nothing has changed strategically for them. Garrett Goebel, 2020, Myron Pollock, 2024. How about we take it back to Edwin Thomas, right? We talking about what, 2008, 9, somewhere around there? Edwin Thomas. What changed between 2008 when Edwin Thomas got killed and Garrett Goebel in 2020? What changed between when Edwin Thomas got killed and Myron Pollock and oh wait, Edwin Thomas killed in 2008, 2009, somewhere around there, and Myron Pollock being stabbed 2024, a couple of weeks ago. Nothing has changed strategically. One thing that remained the same is that the Stand United, Members First ideology has remained in power. That's a fact. That's a fact. And I'm just going to say this. If we want serious change, we have to create that change. It's as simple as that. We want change, we got to create that change. We have the opportunity to do that next month when the ballots go out, and we can send them packing in December when the ballots is counted. If you like what you heard in this video, you could donate to the channel right there, Progressive Action 100. Still want to wish a speedy recovery to Myron Pollock, the train operator who was viciously stabbed and almost lost his life. Like I said, this rally, they should be ashamed of themselves. This rally is going to be a smoke screen and mirrors. If we want to create real attention, if we want to get the MTA and the media attention for real, let's shut down traffic. Let's go in front of MTA headquarters. Let's go in front of Jan Oliva House. Let's go in front of the DA's office. Let's go find Kathy Hochul and counter protest against her. Let's go do something that's gonna really move the needle and not just be a smoke screen and mirrors. And hey, look what I'm doing because it's an election time. We must stop that today. We must not let them continue to fool us and pull the wool over our eyes. We know it's real. The real ones, the real ones know what time it is, and we not